Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very good evening to our viewers. My name is SITI SYAZWINA and together with us today is Miss NURUL SHAFIKA. So the topic that we will discuss in our forum today is does boarding schools and internet cause the rise of LGBTQ in Malaysia? According to JAKIM, the population of LGBTQ recorded a sharp increase over the years. From 2013, the figure almost increased 100% this year, which is 173,000 to 310,000. And it is said that many has picked up LGBT culture in boarding schools. Encik Muhammad Izran Mak Yusof from JAKIM Family, Social and Community Development Deputy Director, speaking at a seminar on 2018 Culture and Confusion of Contemporary Lifestyle, stated that the internet and boarding schools are some of the reasons for the increase of lesbian, gay, bisexual and transgender. Especially for the same-sex boarding school are potential places where students will develop homosexual tendencies. For example, many of the young boys, especially those between year 6 and Form 3, are still immature and they can tell the right touch from the wrong ones. In some cases, these young boys, upon entering boarding school, are also sodomized by their seniors, and soon they become addicted to the act of the sodomized and slowly turn into gays. The students spend a lot of time with the same sex and they might be unaware of the inappropriate influences they are exposed to. So, from my view that boarding schools should only be allowed for 16 years old and above. So how do you think from this point, Ms. Shafika?
Thank you, Ms. Shazwina, for your sharing. And as for your question on whether would I agree if same-sex oriented schools should only be allowed for 16 years and above, considering the factor that Ms. Shazwina has said before that about the experience of being sodomized by seniors and so, I think that it is logical for the same-sex boarding schools only applied for 16 years and above. Firstly, because they approximately at this age are already acknowledged and know what's going on and they can take safety measures. Plus, there will be not much in terms of age gap for them to be differentiated to seniors and juniors because it is just at the age of 16 and 17, just 1 year age gap. However, if we're going to talk generally about same-sex boarding schools, and it is the main cause of LGBTQ raising in Malaysia, I would have to disagree because it has its own pros and cons. Same-sex oriented boarding schools, it provides a more relaxed environment as it is cultivated in the absence of gendered desire to impress. Means they do not feel the urge to prove something about their biological sex. Means, for example, boys are stronger and girls are weaker. They do not feel that. And on the other hand, we have the nature of human attraction. On the other hand, we have the nature of human attraction. It is normal behavior if you're always with the same person. Okay, this is the scenario. If you're always with the same person, and for example, your friends, and he is being nice and he always helping you with stuff, it is normal for us human to feel attracted. And as for teenagers, because of their sense of curiosity and probably because they are still growing and it causes hormone unstabilization, and maybe it will cause a further confusion into thinking it as love rather than it just friends favor. And I think that it cannot be denied that boarding school is giving them places and opportunity to try new things. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Shafika, for sharing on the point. Okay, other than boarding school, is there access to social media and websites is one of the factors contributed to the rise in LGBT population. In the past, parents were worried when their children went out and failed to return home, but nowadays, parents should worry when they lock themselves in their rooms for hours and not coming out. This behavior suggested that parents should be more conscious of their children's online activities, especially when their kids are hiding away in their individual rooms. Parents should be more aware of their children's activities because LGBT tendencies can be developed at a young age due to environment. So, Ms. Shafika, how do you think about this? And in your opinion, does being boarding school make it better or worse?
Thank you. Such a brilliant point. So in my opinion, internet do play such a big role in the rise of LGBTQ cases in Malaysia because everything can be found online. And if the government were to take an action regarding this matter, it is seen to be a little bit impossible because, let's say for example, the government will control every online activities and history. This action will be served under human and sexual right breaching or violation. And as for being in boarding school, does it make it better or make it worse? I think it make it better, of course, because being in boarding school, they will limit the usage of technological devices, and because there are restrictions into bringing it to school. These disciplinary actions will also control the mind development of the students, and also for addicts such as pornographic addict, it will actually help to cure the specific addiction.
Okay, thank you so much for the opinions. And I think by that remarks, the end of our discussion, it can be simply concluded that the internet is one of the factors the rise of LGBT cases in Malaysia. But as for boarding school, it is still arguable. This is because human eroticism isn't in the hand of anyone or anything to be controlled. So, thank you, Ms. Shafika, for the sharing today.
Thank you so much for inviting.
And that's the end of our discussion.